Hello, my name is Robert Johnson. I'm a digital and international business student, and my chosen website was a promotional website for a newly released motion picture starring Ben Affleck and Anna Kendrick. Now, as you can see from the main screen, it's the title at the top, The Accountant. The first point I would like to discuss is the navigational performance of the site, and then I will get into the aesthetics and communicative also. As you can see, this is the home page. It's got a full screen movie running in the background, which is very nice, very clean. Actually doesn't leave a lot. The website itself is very simple, very basic. There isn't actually a lot of content with it, which is essentially what you want for a website like this. People often are not really going to visit these much. They want to find out about the film. They tend to read a review or watch the trailer, which of course you can watch the trailer right here on the left hand side. You can also get tickets, and these are also very handy links for everything going on. But yeah, there isn't a whole lot. Also over here you might call your attention is the game sequence. We'll actually get into it later on. That's a very interesting thing I would like to talk about. Great way for engaging people into the movie. Anyway, we're going to click onto the menu tab. As you can see, there's actually a puzzle theme going on throughout the website. I'm not going to get too much into this, but it basically just refers to a scene in the movie. It's just about a puzzle, and it sort of counteracts that. But unfortunately, if you haven't actually seen the film yet, you might be a little bit puzzled as to why they're actually there in the first place. But anyway, as you can see, as I highlight the first icon up here, a little white text will appear underneath the icon, just further reinstating what the actual thing is. So tickets, I'm not going to click into it, because it just basically shoots you straight out to a ticket website, which is not what we're here to do. But we will click into the story tab. And as you can see, you are brought again into a full screen background of the movie clips itself, which is good. It's consistent. It's pretty much laid out the same for every page. Again, you can see the puzzle background from the menu tab over here, kind of in the distance. If you do wish to go back to the home screen at any time, you'll find a little link here in the title of the movie. Didn't really occur to me at first that this was the way home, so I was kind of clicking in and out of the menu, and then obviously if I was to close the menu, it's going to bring me straight back to the story. So I don't know, it could have been done maybe better in my opinion. Maybe a home tab somewhere in the middle here would have been good, but again, it's not that big of an issue. Like, it's a pretty well professional done site, and there isn't actually that many problems with it. As for content of the site, the only real body of text is all this story here, and that's pretty much the only bit of text there is throughout the entire site. As I was talking about in the document, if you can refer back to that later on, I actually made the suggestion that we should be more call to action, particularly here, and I think they've missed a trick here. After reading the story, people are probably be interested in watching the film. I know I watched it myself, did like it. It's got a mixed review and Rotten Tomatoes at the moment, but it is actually a good film in my opinion. But I think it should be a buy now button just here underneath the story content. That's my opinion anyway. So we're just going to go back out to the menu. Again, it stays the same. It's also in the right hand top corner. And we're going to go to the video section. And you can see it's very smooth and very well laid out. There isn't a lot of lag or anything like that. It's well put together. There isn't any issues. The only issue might be with my computer itself, because it's so damn old. But anyway, yeah, it's just simple click and play straight into YouTube. Video, there is only one, and I noticed this is a bit of a recurrent theme throughout. They don't have any real content on video. Like, we'll just click into this gallery here, for instance. Now, a gallery you expect to have a few different pictures at least, and they have a total of 3 pictures on the website, which I find a little interesting, considering it's for a movie. You would expect a lot of stills to be taken during the set, etc., etc. But they only have 3. And again, it's full screen. This is interesting. Instead of having a sort of a gallery section here in the middle where you could sort of strike through, they've gone for the consistency of full screen. Where the homepage is full screen video, the images are full screen images instead, which is good because it fills up your whole screen and gives you great detail into what's going on, and it looks super cool. I haven't seen this a lot of websites yet. I think it's done HTML5, not sure. yeah, very clever way of doing it. We're just going to go back out to the main menu. And yeah, as you can see, while I sort of hover over these, they are sort of interacting with me. That's cool, I do like that. Just going to release dates. Now the release dates sort of does take you out to another site. Just waiting for it to load up here. So you can see it's just a simple page, it's just got release dates and everything like that. And we're just going to click out of that again. And this is what I mean by a lot of these links actually take you out to different sites, so I'm not really going to click on them all and see where they'll go. But as you can see, there's the color scheme in here is interesting. It's sort of black, blue, grey, and then a white font color does well. The fonts are picked very well. I do like the fonts and the way they've used them. Again, they've gone for the less equals more approach. As you can see, like, there isn't a lot going on the outside of the screen here at all. You know, it kind of just fades into the center. And the way you have the interactive icons sort of interacting with your mouse, it's cool that it's drawing attention to specific things they want you to see. It's simple, it's crisp, it's concise, which is what you want with a website that's standard. You know, people aren't going to spend a whole bunch of time on these sites. They're going to be in and out with a couple of minutes, so really there isn't a whole need for a lot of content. As I was saying, just down here on the bottom right hand side, there's this game secrets. Now this is kind of interesting because it really does get the viewer to sort of interact more and spend more time on the site itself and kind of get more engaged and maybe like it a little bit more and maybe decide, okay, now I really want to see this. And it's interesting because it gives the person visiting the site an actual piece of content afterwards. And how it is, it's set up with 3 small games. I'm just going to play them real quickly here, and then at the end of it, they give you a complete comic style download of the entire movie. So sort of like done in the comic style of like The Walking Dead or some other, you know, game that's comic based. That's cool. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and play the game and see what happens. So there's 3 simple short games, and essentially what you have to do is solve the number puzzle. I'm just going to go flick it real quick. I'm not going to go ahead and bring out the calculator just yet, but if you scroll over here, you can pretty much work out. Now, it's, yeah, I know I'm cheating, but I'll just, for the purpose of time and professionalism, I'm just going to go through it real quick. See the way it lights up there, and that means you've got it. Red, actually, you assume first of all you've got it wrong, but it's actually not. And you'll see later on they all light up different colours. And it's essentially a combination lock. Again, this ties in very nicely with the theme of the movie. The movie is actually a sort of like a secret CPA assassin accountant with secret set skills, and it kind of ties in nicely about what's going on in the film. I'm not going to get into it too much, obviously it's not really to its site. But yes, I found this kind of cool. It's engaging with the user, and it's a nice sort of distraction from the rest of the site. And anyone, literally anybody, can do these little sort of the side distractions of games. And I just wanted really to show how the site sort of works. It's interesting. It did really. I was surprised to find it on the site, to be honest. And then essentially you're trying to find the so-called assassin, and you have to decipher codes and unpick locks and everything, how it is there. This sort of looks like a bunch of little dominoes, I guess, but as you can see here, these are the keys and you have to work them out. So just real quickly, and what you do is just punch a specific letter which you believe corresponds to the code on the screen, and we'll see what it works. So J is what I just typed in. At green, it lights up, meaning yes, it's the correct one. And O, not really good. Just gonna fly through this real quick. I'm not gonna keep time, and obviously I got that wrong, so it lights up red. And just try one more time, and we got an R, and then D, and what else we got? A, space, L, and it's cool. It's not something I've seen before. It'd be interesting to see how it sort of picks up at all. Other films and websites sort of pick up on this sort of clever little way to keep people online, because obviously it's all about click rates and etc. like that. So people obviously they want people to be on the site for longer. They want to be more engaged with them. So it's a clever little way to do that, I guess. Yes. Overall, I do like the site. I don't really find there's too many issues with it. They've been quite smart about this, and I imagine there's some very sophisticated, highly skilled workforce behind the team that created this. So again, you're not really going to find too much wrong with it. It's going to be tested very heavily. It's going to be, managed well. And there you go. As you can see, I've just completed the second part of the game, and we got the final game coming up now. And it's a rotating dial. This is a little off-putting, but it's actually quite simple. I've done this before, so I sort of know most of the answers already, unfortunately. So it's not that I'm really smart. It's just I've tested this website before, going online, and just real simply, it's kind of like you just twist these dials, and it's a little fiddly. It's not the end of the world, but there you go. And that's the name. And then play next game. Aha, this is where you have to sort of match what the computer is telling you what to match, and it lights up green when you're correct and red when you're wrong. I'm gonna just hopefully fly through this in the first attempt. And I've got this completely wrong. But yes, we're wrong. We are wrong. Very wrong, apparently. As you can see, we've completed all 3 jobs. It's a bit of a distraction from the overall theme. It's nice, I do like it. And as you can see here, we can download the comic, which I find very interesting. And it's essentially the Accountant original comic. It's a PDF. So once you complete all 3 steps, you get the game, which is cool. Just loading for us now. I just thought it was a very well placed added feature, and it served the website well. Overall, I do like the website. It's very cool. This is the comic now, so you download and you can read it yourself. Won't get too much into it. The website is very consistent. It uses the same sort of themes throughout. I like the fonts. I like the way there's not a lot there, so everything gets sort of enhanced. Less it does equal more when it comes to these things. But yeah, overall, there isn't much wrong with it. Maybe more call to action, so ticket sales are driven up. Perhaps a better homepage navigation solution. That's really it. Really, there isn't a whole pile. Anyway, thank you for listening to my website critique.